What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift-Onfire. If you're new here, I'm normally trying to go to thrift stores, garage sales, buy wholesale clothing, buy shoes, buy whatever I can find cheap and flip it online for a profit. That's the whole point of this. Whether you want to make extra money as a side hustle, whether you want to try to, create a new full-time income for yourself, everything I'm doing in this video can be replicated. You just need to put in time, look things up. And over time, like all this stuff I'm gonna show you that I just purchased, I didn't need to look any of this stuff up because I know the subject matter is great. I know the timeline it falls into is great. I didn't need to look it up. If you're just starting out, you should definitely be looking up items. So today we are gonna do a little bit of a show and tell. So last time, if you didn't see the video, I picked up $800 worth of used clothing. I showed you some of the hats. We actually even sold some of the video games that I got as sort of a side deal in that deal or as part of that deal. But today we're gonna go through the rest of bag one. So you've seen the hats in bag one. This is just the rest of the stuff in the bag. So altogether there's 4 bags. We're gonna break it up into the next 4 videos or the next few videos anyway. So right now we're just gonna go through some t-shirts, some stuff in this bag, and then we're gonna pull some eBay orders. All right, let's get into this one. All right, so we're gonna start off with this bag right here. So this is the bag that you guys seen from the $800 clothing buy. This had all the hats on top of it. I showed you the hats last time. So there's gonna be a little less in this one, but some good stuff. So this is a New York Rangers starter bag. Okay, it's got the big starter hit. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, the cool big starter hit on the top. Yeah, so that was a throw in. Now we're gonna get into the t-shirts, okay? I'm not gonna comp any of these, I'm just gonna show you what they are. So this is Good Charlotte. This is definitely like 2000s-ish, I think. Yeah, it says exactly 2000. So a Good Charlotte t-shirt. We got a Pearl Jam shirt here. A lot of these, we do have some true vintage stuff, but a lot of these are definitely more Y2K. Hooverstank, okay? We've got some Nickelback. I don't know if this one has a date on it. A lot of them do. This one's 2001 Nickelback, okay? I remember picking these all out, but there's so many, honestly. What is this one? Three Doors Down Tour 2005, so definitely Y2K. Raymond too. I know my buddy John probably would love to have that one. But yeah, that's a gaming shirt. Cradle of Filth. Okay, this one is actually worth some good money. It's a cool one. It's probably still, I think, Y2K. Another Good Charlotte shirt. Okay. I think, what does that look like? I thought it was Alkaline Trio. Good. Oh, it's another good Charlotte. I don't know why it looked like Charlie to me for some reason. Yeah, another Good Charlotte. Oh boy, one of those days. Rise Against. Matchbox 20. Okay, like I said, these are all definitely Y2K shirts. For the most part, I don't think anything super old. This is, what was the back there? It's Black Label Society, anyway. It's a cool one. This one says 2005. This is, I don't know if this is a really clean shirt or a remake. I'll have to look at it a little closer, okay? I don't even know if there's a date or anything. I might even keep this one for myself for a little bit. System of a Down. It's a really cool shirt. Could be a reprint, I'm not sure about that. 9 Inch Nails with Teeth. I almost forgot how much cool stuff was in here, honestly. What is this hoodie? Oh, this is some like crazy metal band. I don't really know what it is, to be honest, but it had some pretty, let me get the hood over. It had some pretty good comps for this one, so, or for this band. And then I've got 2 of these shirts here. Can't remember what they are exactly at the second, but they're just soccer shirts on brand new tags. Anyway, it says software something. I don't really remember too much about this one, to be honest. It's got the CFL thing on it. Yeah. Euro 1996. I don't know, maybe it was a soccer tournament or something. I have 2 of them anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so that's bag number 1. In the next video, I'll show you another bag. This one, like I said, had the hats on top. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of great stuff in here. A lot of Y2K stuff, honestly, but really great stuff. Very happy with this. let's get back into the order pulls. Another cold morning out here in the shed. You can see there's no snow outside, but it's been cold lately. I've had this heater on for the last hour or so. Outside it's currently -7. I have it at 0, or actually it's at 1 now. It has been at 0 for the last little bit, so it is going up. It will probably be fairly warm by the time I leave the shed, but maybe I need to start the heater a little earlier tomorrow morning if I come back out here. Okay, so we sold this hockey card on eBay. It's Brock Browser. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. I don't know a lot about this guy, honestly. Young Guns card, $8 USD. I had it listed for $9 and change. Note from the buyer, or note, yeah, no, here, sorry, buyer's note is what this is. Here are my shipping requests. These are always not fun. For all of my orders, please do not use Scotch tape or stickers. Scotch tape should be outlawed, all caps, and on most collectibles. If tape is needed, please use painter's tape. And then they go on to detail how I should be shipping this to them. And they said after I pay, I will leave you another message. I'm like, okay. Buyers like that are usually the ones that give you trouble. Hopefully we don't wind up with any trouble on this one. So what I actually wound up doing, we're going to use painter's tape. Here's the mailer I'm going to use. I'm going to tape it to this insert. I also have a sleeve over top of the actual top loader, so nothing will be touching it. I assume they probably wants to get this graded or do something like that. That's why he's being so particular. But do you guys get buyer's notes like that kind of set alarms off in your head thinking, oh, this person's going to be trouble? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to get this one shipped out and we'll pull another order. Another eBay sale. And even though I'm freezing here in the shed, somebody out there is thinking about wearing these sandals to play golf. These are some FJ sandals picked up at the Goodwill bins. I was actually talking to a couple of buddies there, and they were just laying there in front of the one guy, and I'm like, hey, you don't want those? And the answer was no. I'm like, well, I'll grab them. They'll definitely sell for me online. $32 USD plus shipping. Like I said, nobody seemed to have very much interest in them. But if you're selling just locally, which I'm not sure, you know, when I'm at the bins, I'm never sure who's selling just local or who's selling online or whatever. But people grab different stuff, right? Me, I don't mind stuff like this. Golf stuff always sells. You know, I'm out here in January in Canada and I'm selling a pair of sandals, golf sandals, to somebody on eBay for $32 USD. So for me, it's worth picking up always and listing them all the time. I don't have to wait till just summer to list them or spring or whatever. I'll list them, and they usually do sell $32 USD on these FJ sandals. Sold a Youth Fanatics jersey on eBay. Had this one listed for $39.95 USD. It's a LA Kings one. Nice gray and black color. I think I accepted an offer of $34 USD. I paid $9 roughly Canadian for these. All these Youth Fanatics jerseys, you know, if you haven't seen that video of the haul, my most recent haul, I've picked these up multiple times, but I just did a haul, I think just before Christmas. This one is just a vinyl front. You know, still a really nice youth jersey for sure. And for 34 bucks, somebody's getting a pretty good deal. Let's get this guy out. We had a book sale on eBay. I don't sell that many books on eBay, honestly. Almost $18 you had this listed for. I think I accepted, like, I'll throw it up on screen. I think it was like $12 or $14 US for this book. Not a ton of money. I have a whole bunch of Stephen King's. This one is actually first edition, which makes it a little more valuable. I have a whole bunch of other ones in my antique booth for like about $8 to $10 a piece. But none of those are first editions. This one is, I was hoping it would go for a little more. It took a long time to sell. I finally got an offer. I just decided to take it to get rid of it. Otherwise, I was just at some point going to take it to my booth along with the other Stephen King books I have there. They're all hardcover. But yeah, I'm still happy to move it. I bought these in just a lot from my buddy. He had all of these. He probably had them at his booth for a while and they didn't sell, or maybe he never threw them in the booth. Oh, actually, I think he got them out of a storage unit now that I'm remembering. And didn't want to put them in his booth, and I was willing to do that. Anyway, long story. I did sell this for $12 USD. Let's get it out. We sold a t-shirt on eBay. Now, this was actually my personal t-shirt. It's a Toronto Blue Jays Mitchell and Ness. It's got like a camo. It's going to be in a bag when we find it, but the actual J is camo. Had it listed for $25 USD, accepted an offer of $20. Actually bought this probably about 3 years ago at Winners. Wore it for a summer, and it's been in my closet. This is something that's, you know, I still think it's cool. It's just not very long. So when I wear it, it's more like a belly button shirt on me. Not very appealing for sure. It will be somewhere in here. Like I said, we got $20 USD for this one. Every once in a while, I do that. I'll just go through my personal closets, and maybe it's this one. There we go. I'll go through my personal closet, see if there's anything I want to donate, or if there's anything like this that I could possibly sell online. This shirt was still a good, valuable shirt. I just didn't like wearing it anymore because it was too short. Yeah, $20 USD on this one. Let's get it out. We sold some collectible pop culture cards. Casper trading cards, 1996, sealed box. $17.99 USD, or about $26 roughly Canadian. It's right here. I do have a second box. It is a Fleer box, 18 packs. I have a second box right now at my antique booth. If it doesn't sell in the next month, I'll bring it home because I only had 2. I have a whole bunch of Blondie boxes like this also that are worth some pretty decent money. Maybe about 10 of those ones. These, the Casper one, I only had 2. Like I said, the other one's at the booth. This did come in the big $4,000 sports card and collectible buy. So happy with the sale, and let's get this guy out. We sold a hat on Poshmark.ca. It's a New York Knicks hat, $25 Canadian we got for this one. Knicks Adidas hat. This one is gonna definitely be in this bin over here. I bought this wholesale from one of my Goodwill bins buddies a while ago. I might have paid $5 to $10 for this, so I'm not making a lot of money on this one. I thought it was going to sell for more money, to be honest. I think I had it listed, maybe even a little bit higher. I might try to just reshape the back a little bit. No, it's actually pretty good. It was just laying in there kind of sideways. But we'll try to get this in the box. Ship it, definitely ship it in a box, not a poly mailer. I'll get this guy out. I'm a little surprised it's a little bit more dirty than I remembered. Maybe I'll give it a good clean before we get it out, just because I don't want to get a negative experience for somebody. Unless in the description, the hat is in good use condition, could use a cleanup, a little bit of dirt. So I did mention that it's a little bit dirty. I was surprised that I would leave it like that, but I don't think I wanted to damage the hat at all. So maybe that's why it's dirty. Okay, well, that's good to know. I put it in the description. This has been listed for a while, probably a year. So happy to get the sale, $25 Canadian on this Knicks hat. We're going to move on over to Depop, and we sold a pair of Crocs. Okay, these are more like a sandal type Croc. $22 USD for these ones. Just taking a look, $22 plus $7 shipping. Yes. Okay, we did pick these up at the Goodwill bins. And you can see I got another pair of Crocs there. I just always seem to sell Crocs. So when you can find them there, you're paying by the pound. These don't weigh very much. It basically feels like free money sometimes, even regular Crocs. But a lot of times I like to call these fancy Crocs. So if you see any of these fancier looking Crocs like this, pick them up because they sell for a little bit more, usually a little bit faster. And, you know, I'm always happy to sell Crocs here. Let's get these guys out. We're going to jump over to Poshmark.com, and we sold this vintage Michelob Ultra, basically a nylon jacket, okay, like a puffer jacket. I'll show it to you here. It's a Swingster, Swingster jackets. It's right here, just listed it. So this is another jacket I got the same day. It's a Mud Hens jacket, a really cool one. But yeah, this came from, so the guy you just see me do the $800 clothing buy. So the beginning of the week, I actually bought $100 worth of stuff from him, including this. And another shirt that I sold already is a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. I'll throw the comp up or the sold up right now. Somehow I deleted the footage, but I sold the Stone Cold shirt and this already. Paid $100 for everything. This I thought would be a little bit better. I'll show you this one too, since I didn't show you that haul or anything. This is a Toledo Mud Hens. It's a minor league baseball team. This one's listed for, there's no sold. There's another one listed just like it. This one's in better condition and a better size 2X for something like $120. So happy with that. Like I said, I paid $100 for everything. So this guy's definitely motivated to sell me some stuff, which is cool. But yeah, this was part of the $100 buy from him. $34 USD. Let's get this guy out. Another Poshmark.com order, and this one's a Toronto Maple Leaf CCM vintage jersey. We'll go grab it. It's just on the rack back here. $60 USD for this one. I feel like this one came from, I probably paid about $20 Canadian or something like that. I think this one was from the antique booth in Tillsonburg, Ontario. And it just seems like a lot of my inventory is either, right now, is either coming from the Goodwill bins directly or people who buy stuff from the Goodwill bins and resell it, but not online. So this came from a guy who does go to the Goodwill bins. I think I paid about $20, maybe $25 Canadian at the most, and selling that for $60 USD on Poshmark.com. Sold another Fanatics jersey on Poshmark.com. It's also worth noting we're up to 9 degrees now. It's still kind of cold, but it's better than 0 or 1, that's for sure. Fanatics jersey, $33 USD. Probably had it listed for $39 here on Poshmark.com. But yeah, we'll get this guy out. Once again, my buy cost for most of these Fanatics youth jerseys, $9.99. A couple were cheaper than that, but most of them are about in that point right there. I don't know if this one's gonna have the tag on it. Still, we'll have to take it off. There's a tag under this tag, so we will have to take it off. Anyway, I can't see the sales price, but yeah, didn't pay much, about $10 roughly Canadian, into $33 USD on this brand new tags Fanatics youth jersey. Right now in January, my sales are actually very steady. I had a really slow week after Christmas, and then right back into the beginning of January, sales have picked up. Just to give you an idea of how well roughly that I'm doing it. So I have on hold in my account $700 from those bobbleheads coming back still. Hopefully if I get them this weekend or near the end of the weekend, we can open them on the channel. I can show you what I'm getting back. But I have that on hold, and I still got over $1,000 payout on Tuesday. I take payouts every single week. So if I wouldn't have had, $700 on hold, I still had like a $1,700 week. For the beginning of January, I think that's pretty decent. And that's just eBay sales. That's not counting Poshmark, Depop, Poshmark.com, anything like that. So, entering the week on a sales week like that, I'm pretty happy about it. Up until Q4, my sales have been down. So if I can keep any sort of momentum like this going, I'll be very happy in starting the year off on the right foot. If you guys like videos like this one, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.